And welcome to another video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tick that little notification. Oh, and share the videos. Why don't you? We're going to go ahead and go right into the Catacombs. This is going to be the Catacomb episode. And yeah, it took us a while to get here. That's because we were visiting Barovia and all sorts of good stuff. So I hope you're enjoying these videos. I hope you have fun. And take care. Let's get on and get going.
Aye, you are free. Now I will join my family, those joyful spirits taken from me so many ages past. For your troubles, I give you a key. With it, you may open a door within my house, and there find my greatest work of all. Wonderfully cut, it is worth more coin than you have ever seen. May Helm guide you, and farewell.
Well, that's a bugged quest. Oh yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but my main character, because she's possessed, she's not being allowed to fight. That's why that stupid friggin' ghost is a real pain in the butt. The only thing I don't, there are only a couple things I don't like about this game. That's one of them. You trigger the possession at the wrong point, you're kind of screwed. You know what? I think I'm going to pause the recording and jump cut because this dungeon crawl is incredibly boring. You basically get the idea. Um, it's a square dungeon. You got flesh golems. Well, the walls of flesh, I should say, not really flesh golems. We've already got rid of like some sort of flesh golem before, and there are secret passages, and basically you find them by clearing out the whole dungeon. And if it's not a perfect square, you go to a point where there's an indentation, and you look for a secret button or a hidden passage, right? That's concealed with an illusionary wall. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pause it and clear this dungeon out. There's no need to watch me kill enemies. As soon as I get the floor plan done, I'll go ahead and show you. If I get to a boss fight, I'll go ahead and unpause it. So, jump cut. Jump cut. So, yeah. It died, and the catacombs suck. They suck that bad. So I'm just going to go ahead and clear all the way through and then show you what the map looks like. Jump cut. Okay, I just had to show you guys some of this, how this game bugs out sometimes. It's just kind of funny when you're looking at it at an angle. You can get it to show you some pretty funky things. Jump cut. Okay, so this area has a ton of scrolls in them, and I'll try and mark them down. But I just wanted to show you. I keep dying. I'm up to 6 deaths already. So yeah, difficult dungeon. That's why I'm doing jump cuts right now. Jump cut. All right, so I just got the Silver Moon key by using the thief, my Black Beauty here. She has lockpicks, so I picked up the lockpicks. I clicked on that, which picked the lock. So I'm doing this out of order, but I don't care. That's why I liked her. You know, using lockpicks is the way to go. So, pause. And jump cut. This is what it looks like when they detect a false wall. One of these walls seems, well, unusual. Perhaps a closer examination is in order. And here's the key that I did not need because I have my lock picker with me. All right, jump cutting now. All right, so jump cut. Paladin Symbol is in the middle of this entire dungeon. As you can see, I skipped some parts. I'm going to go ahead and revisit them on my way out, since they are on the way out. The dungeon exit is right there, I think. Oh, look, I forgot to get something down there. Okay, so Paladin Symbol's right there in the middle, and as you can see, you can get some scrolls for mages and whatnot. I say save it until you get the mage that is really smart. I think it is that mage that's in the woods. I have to double check his intelligence. You can do this out of order if you have a thief, or someone who can lockpick. That's why I always use the bard, that multi-class bard gal. She kicks ass. So yeah, and let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. That's what it looks like when you come on in, and of course you have the moon keys and everything looking, all over the place. So if you don't have a thief, you've got quite an adventure on your hands. And but if you do have a thief, you could just do whatever you want, whenever you want. You have to save and rest a lot. It's really boring. I died 6 or 7 times. It's just not. I don't care for this particular dungeon crawl. Even Strahd's castle is frustrating. So it's not as bad as the one pyramid, in Mummy's Curse. But I've seriously enjoyed dungeon hack, dungeon crawls a lot more because you have way more variety. Of course, all of them are much better than Eye of Beholder. And Eye of the Beholder was like the first real attempt at a first-person Dungeons and Dragons game. You gotta keep in mind, like, people were hoping for something like Doom at some point, because Doom was originally supposed to be a role-playing game, and then it turned into a definitive FPS game. Although all of the mechanics in Doom are role-playing gaming mechanics, believe it or not. I mean, they even rolled dice to determine the random number generation for the damage tables and the hit tables in the video game. So it's a role-playing game that you're actually playing, believe it or not, like an action-style role-playing game. Of course, you call it first-person shooter because it's primarily first-person shooter, but it's based off of role-playing gaming rules, which I always found. I mean, I say always, but I only just found that out a year and a half ago or so. But that's what is so fun about it. So anyway, people were always hoping for like a first-person hack and slash game. This was the closest we got until we got Heretic. And Heretic was okay. It used either the Doom engine or the Build engine. I can't remember which engine. But it's not. This is still a lot more fun. Heretic was like the worst possible way you could have a fantasy FPS game. I don't know. I don't know how to gauge these dungeon crawls, but this particular dungeon is not very fun. The Ivlis dungeon is not fun either. Very much. Those bone golems are terrible, and there's a lot of teleports and a lot of false walls. To a point where I can't. There's one section where if you don't get it done right, you can never open it up, and it's just frustrating. Anyway, so I'm gonna jump cut again as I finish these guys, I think, or well, I don't know. I guess maybe I can go ahead and finish this up. I only have a couple places to go through. So yeah, I'll go ahead and play and finish this up. If you notice on the map here, it was blocked off. And it was blocked off, and you're like, well, how am I going to get in there? Well, you kill the living wall. When you kill the living wall, it opens up. And if you also notice, I'm saving all of these healing potions. That's because the final battle was Strahd von Zarovich. I still call him Strahd. A lot of people call him Strahd. I guess his name is Strahd, though. But, yeah, it's, I don't know. You gotta save a lot of your potions up. Unlike so many other role-playing games where you, like, save and stockpile and be a pack rat, and then you wind up beating the boss. You're like, oh, well, I guess I didn't need these potions after all. No, you need these potions to fight him. You also need them for the cemetery. And yeah, you could save anywhere and back up anywhere, but truth of the matter is, it's really a painful ordeal. Uh, I mean, Strahd's a domain lord, and he should be painful. And you have to be, you're just really lucky when you beat him. His entire dungeon has fireballs everywhere, and you just wind up getting your ass kicked so handedly. I mean, I'm just dumping all my fireballs, dumping all of the healing potions in the final battle. When I first beat him, it took me about an hour, and it's a very quick fight. So uh, imagine how many times I had to save and reload. Right. All right. So I'm gonna leave those for after I deal with the paladin. Alright, gonna go and say hi to the paladin, and then I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I've been... Oh, what was he saying? Barovia died a long time ago, that much is certain. If the few simple fools who remain think of themselves as inhabiting a living village, then much the worse for them. They have my pity, perhaps my prayers. They still have good use for both in the long nights ahead. They shall have good use for both. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I can't even remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, I've spent an hour on that dungeon crawl. It was... I just... All you have are... Yeah. All you have are were-rats. Literally just were-rats and living walls. Um... Most of the dungeons are better in the second one. I like the open world areas more in this game. But, yeah, that's the whole gist of it. Oh, good. Now let's see what he has to say.
The symbol. I thank you for returning it to me. Now it is my task to open my heart, to return to the ways of faith and spirit before the final hour comes, and darkness with it. But first, allow me to open for you a chamber whose well-concealed bounty will become your full reward.
Such a shrewdly crafted blade. Ah, 'tis an honor for anyone to hold this piece of cunning art. A paladin's sword, if I ever saw one. So, yeah, this is like the badass sword until you get the sun sword. So, yeah, I'm going to give it to my girl. Alright. So, 27 minutes. I think that this is the end of the video. Yeah, I'm trying to keep all my videos around 30 minutes for my YouTube site. I figure 30 minutes is a good little watch. And I hope you enjoy the music. I hope you enjoy the atmosphere, the ambiance, and I love this game. It's a fun game. But yeah, you don't need to watch me drag on through all the levels. I'll show you enough of the levels, and then I'll just, pause it and wait until I get through the end. This isn't like Dungeon Hack, where you can have like 10 different enemies. This first game only had like 2 or 3 enemies per level, and boy, just some of them are a real slog. That one was just not that fun. I enjoy the church. The church one is pretty fun. The Ivlis caverns are not fun at all. The graveyard is incredibly tedious if you can't kill your enemies before they try to attack you. And that's because if they hit you once, they'll drain your levels. Let's see how much life experience my guys all have. Oh, he leveled up. He did level up. My Paladin, she must have leveled up too at some point. Mage is almost going to level up. And so let's see if my priest got any new spells. So let's see here. Memorize. Mages didn't get any new spells. That's okay. And pray. Mr. Tubbs. Mr. Tubba-Tubs. Got 5 there. 5 there. 3 there. Oh, look! Neutralize poison, finally. Cure serious wounds. I will always have at least 1 neutralized poison. Memorized. And usually I don't like using that scroll, but him being poisoned was really pissing me off. Yeah, I mean, in this game, loading and reloading is usually the order of the day. And the thing is, this game knows that you can save and reload, so it makes it extra hard. So saving and reloading is not that huge of a benefit. It's like they took that into account when adjusting for the difficulty. Thank you for listening to me ramble on. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the little notification button. Tell me what you think. Do you think you could survive in Ravenloft? Tell me in the comments below. Thank you very much. Love you all. Take care. Bye.